Okay, so I have been wanting to go live since I was able to get the feature. Now, the last time I had a YouTube channel, I deleted it at such a great place and such a great milestone. And that's what made me want to come on and start this new channel and do this new thing, because it's not really new to y'all, but it's new to me. And challenging myself into greatness. So when I read for people, when I read for the collective, I'm not just reading for the collective, I'm also reading for myself. So a lot of these messages hit me just as hard, which is why sometimes it's hard for me to come back with the next message, because it's for me too. So when I get a message, I now have to integrate the message into my reality and become the message. That's how you know that you actually know something, when you're able to integrate it into your life. So this reading is simply about whatever the divine wants us to know about challenging ourselves into greatness. And let me just speak a little bit more about that. I saw a post on Instagram that talked about going to your edges, meeting your edges. And this is not the first time that I've heard that, but it's the first time that it kind of shook me and woke me up to realizing that every single day I have an opportunity to do something that puts me closer to or makes me feel more like the version that I see within myself. And I think we all do, whether it be eating a healthier meal, getting on live, doing a reading, booking a trip, or continuing to write another page in that book that you're interested in putting out. Whatever it is, every single day you can do something that puts you closer to what it is that makes you feel like your authentic self, that people have not discovered about you yet or have not seen because you just don't show it. There's a lot lying dormant within us, and it's time for us to challenge ourselves into greatness. It's time for us to challenge ourselves into our full selves. We have to be the person that is going to push ourselves. Nobody else is coming to push you. Nobody else is going to come push you. You have to do that for yourself. And because we're moving into the new year, I just want to see what's going on. And honestly, I do. Wow. Did you see how all of the cards wanted to come out? There's a lot of change happening. We got the Hierophant out here first. All right. There is a lot of change happening. This is divine change. Honestly, when I see this Hierophant card, I see so much. Bottom of the deck, we have the Two of Cups. You don't know, but there is people waiting for you to come out and share, to come out and show this change about you, to come out and be yourself. I'm looking at this Hierophant right now, and I'm seeing the most authentic version of an individual. And being at the space where you're ready to take that leap. Because right after this, we have the Lovers, which is a choice. But you have an opportunity here. You've been learning something. You are a teacher in some way. You've been a teacher and a student at this point. But you have learned something that you are interested in sharing. And you may not be in a space where it's gonna come out perfect, or you know what it'll look like even. But this is just your space for you to be able to play. This is your space for you to be able to get comfortable with yourself, to be okay with not knowing how to do something so well, because it's new. And whatever this is, you've been holding it back for some time. It's like you have been guarded for so long when it comes to sharing new parts of yourself. And honestly, the collective that I'm reading for, I already know you've been through it when it comes to family, when it comes to community, when it comes to the spaces around you that have not allowed you to feel seen. So that's why we have this guarded energy. Of course you feel guarded, because you know what happens when, or what has happened in the past when you've allowed yourself to be open, when you've allowed yourself to be vulnerable. But now we're going through a change. It's a change in season. We just stepped into Capricorn season. We just stepped into winter. We just had our winter solstice. So you're being called into a new season of being more vulnerable with yourself so that you can be open and vulnerable with the world. And confident about it too with this Queen of Wands. Because the thing is, you have become more comfortable with your insecurities. You know them now. You know exactly what you're insecure about. And because you know what you're insecure about, nobody can hold it against you. That's the beauty about knowing yourself and being confident. Nobody can hold your insecurities against you when you own them. When you take them for yourself, when you say, oh yeah, that's mine. Nobody can hold it against you. Nobody could do anything with something that you have already owned and claimed. It's yours. Nobody can play with it. Nobody can dangle it in your face. Nobody could do any of these things. And honestly, you're at a place where you don't even care if they try. Yeah, that's me. That's what I do. That's what I see. But again, people have been looking for this thing. They're looking for someone to confidently wear an insecurity. Whoa. Okay. Someone is looking for the approval to be okay with an insecurity that they have because someone else has it too. Someone is looking for that approval. They're looking for you to be open, to be vulnerable, to be yourself, so they can see themselves in you and they can feel comfortable about themselves. We have the Hermit and we have the Wheel of Fortune, the 9 and the 10. So they are almost complete, and they will be complete when you allow yourself to be open about what you are complete in. And I hope that you get that. I hope that you get that. For me, I could think about several insecurities that I have. One of them being a decision that I made that I was secure with, but still feeling as if it is something that I did not want to, a decision I didn't want to make. And it's the decision to separate myself from my family. Never wanted to do that. Family means so much to me. Community means so much to me. However, it's something that I had to do, and it makes me feel insecure in a number of ways. And I think that I'm gonna slowly start to peel back the layers about how not having family and choosing to separate yourself could make you feel insecure, and all of those feelings that come with it, just everything, because that may be what people are looking for. I want to get off the internet a little bit more and get in person, get in public. And the only way that I can see myself actually doing that is if I can be open and honest on the internet enough to build a community that feels safe, that feels comfortable with actually being community in person with me. Again, we got that Two of Cups here. Look at that. That's that at the bottom. King of Swords and the Ace of Pentacles here. There is an opportunity, y'all. The opportunity for you to create huge change in your life by showing people that there is a way, that it is possible. That it is possible to do, to be seen in whatever it is that you desire. Like when I thought about going live, I said, why would I go live? Nobody's gonna be here. Nobody's gonna see this. And I could just hear God saying, so? Somebody's gonna see it. We just need you to be a little more consistent, okay? Eight of Wands, Ace of Wands. We need you to be more consistent in your pursuit of your passions. Because right now, Eight of Wands, Ace of Wands is the Nine of Wands. Right now, you're guarded. Right now, I'm guarded. Someone else, you may be guarded. You watching this, you probably are feeling guarded about the things that you want to share. I do feel guarded about sharing all of it. All of it. But if I show up, I know it'll inspire somebody else to show up. This is fire energy, and even though we're in Capricorn season, which is earth energy, this fire energy is big. Look, Capricorn decided to pop out real quick. Page of Pentacles. I wouldn't necessarily say that is the card that represents Capricorn energy, but Pentacles represent Capricorn energy. There is something to be gained from this change on a physical level. On a physical level. A tangible item, tangible things will be gained from you opening up and allowing yourself to expose yourself, to expose your ideas, to expose your passions. This is an opportunity, again, Queen of Wands still at the bottom of the deck, for you to nurture the things that you love. Now, Queen of Cups and Page of Pentacles, I love it because earth and water are, I guess what I'll call them the sister signs, or sister elements. Earth and water are both feminine elements. There's so much creation that goes on in the water, and there's so much creation that goes on in the earth as well, in the soil, in the dark spaces. The soil is just as dark as the water if you go deep enough. So there's a lot of creative energy, and creation is a feminine trait, right? So you have created quite a bit, and now you're being asked to nurture that you've created, that is now here, okay? Okay, I'm gonna get a numerology card. Reading a day, okay? I've been watching someone do a verse a day. They rap, she raps. Her name is Linnell Grant on Instagram. And she has this thing going on called Verse a Day. Verse a Day because the album on the way. And I listen to every verse every single day. I love it. But I just heard that for myself for my readings. And I've always wanted to commit myself to coming on here every single day. And I haven't yet. Wow. Forgiveness. And I haven't yet. And I forgive myself for that. I forgive myself for not following through on the things that I really want because I was scared, because I didn't feel like I was good enough, because I felt like I needed to do more. These are some powerful cards, all right. So we have 96, forgiveness. We have 87, synchronicity. And we have 91, surrender. Now, the reason why these are significant in my eyes is because they're all very high-ranking numbers, which tells me we're at the end of a cycle. We literally have 6, 7, 8, and 9, and then we have 1, which is new beginnings at the end. The 9 and the 1 is completion and new beginnings, and it's literally the same energy of this 9 and this 10. The 10 is still the 1, okay? We are completing cycles, and we're learning to see how it is that we've been pairing up and aligning. That's what the synchronicity is, right? You're going to be able to see, like, okay, there are things that have been coming up for me that I've been wanting to allow myself to surrender to, that I've been seeing in the 3D that would actually work. Like, I see other people doing it. That's the synchronicity. I see other people doing it. I see other people wanting or looking or asking for this thing. And now I have to allow myself to be this thing that I already knew that I was, that I've been hiding. I really hope I'm channeling this message properly. But I want to end it up by saying this. Your gift, your craft, your passion is so necessary, so great, so protected even, that you're not going to be able to even fathom how much comes from it if you just allow yourself to authentically put it out. And I mean that. And I say that as a person who, when I get a message, I'm like, oh my God, I gotta get dressed. I gotta make sure my face looks a certain way. Let me go put on some lip gloss. Let me go put on an outfit. Show up. For me, it's literally showing up on a physical end. But for people, it just might be you get a message late at night and you need to write it down. You get an idea, you need to write it down. Go write it down, go do that. Go do whatever it is that you need to do, but show up for yourself. Because what you'll be able to receive from just really showing up, sharing your light, sharing your space, and being yourself is more than you'll be able to fathom in this moment. Last message, financial discipline. I think that this is on multiple levels. This is not just about money, right? Because abundance is abundance, right? You have to be disciplined with the gifts that you receive. You have to have more discipline with the gifts that you receive. You have to know how to nurture them, how to give them, how to release them, how to regenerate that energy. You have to have more discipline with the things in your life that actually mean something to you, because all of your gifts are important. All of your desires, your gifts are important. And if you don't allow yourself to be disciplined in what it is that has been gifted to you, you can lose it. You can lose it. That saying, use it or lose it. If you don't use it, you will lose it. That is real, and that is applying right now. So another part of being disciplined in your finances is actually utilizing it properly. If you know anything about, which I'm sure we've been talking about, people have been talking about investing since pandemic, right? I heard rich people say that when their money gets to a certain amount in their bank account, they need to move the money so they can put it into investments and stuff, because if not, it's wasting sitting in the bank. That's being disciplined with the overflow. And when you have a gift, you have an overflow. So you have to learn how to be disciplined with the overflow in whatever way that makes sense to you. All right, that's the end of this message. I thank y'all for listening. I will be back again really soon. I'll see y'all.